Right now, people are experiencing every single kind of emotion to the extreme.
No matter who you voted for this election season, chances are you've found yourself on an emotional roller coaster.
On top of this, we have coronavirus that has not heard of the elections and has not taken a break or a day off.
Which has us asking, how do we move on from the election?
These are challenging times psychologically.
We called
Tal Ben-Shahar. I'm a student and teacher in the science of happiness.
He says a key step to moving on is taking the time to recover. Ben-Shahar says the stress we've experienced is not necessarily bad in and of itself.
In fact, stress can help us become healthier and happier. Think about the following analogy. You go to the gym and you lift weights. What are you doing to your muscles? You're stressing them. Now, that's not a bad thing. The problem in the gym begins when you practice and work out again and again and again without any recovery. And that's when you get injured. Similarly, psychologically. If we experience stress, that is fine as long as we take time for recovery.
Number 2, feel your feelings.
There's actually research that shows that the people who recover most promptly from hardships, from difficulties, from loss, are those who allow themselves to experience the full range of human emotions. So telling ourselves we should be strong, we shouldn't be feeling one emotion or another is actually the wrong way to go.
Number 3, write to your friends.
Francis Bacon, back in the 16th century, said, "Friendship doubles joy and cuts grief in half." There's no more important time than now to rely on those friendships.
But the pandemic has made it more difficult for some people to access their friendships.
Even if we meet virtually, even if it's just on the phone, we can still enjoy deep, meaningful relationships. You know, in the past, people cultivated deep relationships by writing letters. Today, we can certainly do it online, through the phone, or by writing letters again.
This brings us to number 4.
There's a lot of research showing that regular physical exercise has the same effect on our psychological well-being as our most powerful psychiatric medication. Another simple intervention is expressing gratitude and writing it down, or sitting around the table and sharing things for which we're grateful can help a great deal.
And last but certainly not least,
how can we be hopeful if our candidate loses? We tend to overestimate the impact of negative experiences in our lives. In other words, we experience a downward spike, but then very quickly we recover and we go back to where we were before. It's important to understand that whether happiness or unhappiness, the extreme spikes that people will experience post-elections, they're temporary, they're fleeting. This too shall pass.